We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's a team down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. We chant a super blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let's see you in the cup, sing.
Welcome to the Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by the ELO Group. No game for the Blues this week, and the Leeds game is now rescheduled. The Block 39 debate has had its answer, and a statement has been released from the club highlighting their position. Madness ensues on the terraces, not only at Albion but other clubs up and down the country, making that club's decision, in my opinion, a correct one. We don't need this kind of advertising, so let's just concentrate on what we do on the pitch. Up tomorrow, free pies and pints as we take on lowly Bolton. We're in all sorts of worries. Let's not make it a banana skin, though. In tonight's show, Pughys Rant of the Week, details on our up-and-coming competition, Super 6, Alex Jones, great things being done by our academy, Blues and Sheffield both fined. Updates on the ladies, what's in the box, and Paddy Power's humorous tweets regarding our close neighbours. We will start the show, however, tonight with the very sad news of the passing of our own Freddie Goodwin. A sad week this week, if you're an older Blues fan.
Every road through life is a long, long road filled with joys and sorrows too. As we journey on, how your heart may yearn for the things most dear to you. With wealth and love to show, but onward we must go. Keep right on till the end of the road. Keep right on to the end. Though the way be long, let your heart be strong. Keep right on round the bend. If you're tired and weary, still journey on till you come to your happy abode, where all you love and you're dreaming of.
And a statement released by Birmingham City Football Club. The club is saddened to learn of the death of former manager Freddie Goodwin, aged 82, at his home in Gig Harbor, Washington, USA. Freddie managed Blues between 1970 and 1975, and during that exciting period led us to promotion to the old Division 1 and 2 FA Cup semi-finals. We offer our deepest condolences to Freddie's family and friends. The club will pay tribute to Freddie at Tuesday night's game at St Andrews. Rest in peace, Freddie Goodwin. Blue Heart. Hashtag BCFC. And I'm sure everybody connected to Sports Radio Birmingham sends condolences to Freddie's family. And the Blues team will wear black armbands tomorrow night in his memory. Rest in peace, Freddie Goodwin.
Keep right on till the end of the road. Keep right on to the end. Though the way be long, let your heart be strong. Keep right on round the bend. If you're tired and weary, still journey on till you come to your happy abode, where all you...
A massive Monday night good evening to the Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by the ELO Group, and welcome Monday night. Here we go right through till 9 o'clock tonight. Tonight, as we said on the show, we've got Pughys Rant coming up very shortly. And awfully sad to hear the passing of Freddie Goodwin over the weekend, in mine and Chris's opinion, because we're much older than Mr. Pugh. Probably the best manager of Blues and the best team ever. Trevor Francis, Kenny Burns, Pendry, you name them, Latchfords. Yeah. Chris is joining in, bless him. He's been looking in his books. Great days. I saw a picture of St Andrews today on Facebook. We were playing Chelsea, I think, back in 1968 in the FA Cup. 52,500.
Yeah.
52,500. Could you imagine that nowadays?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I was in that crowd against Huddersfield, but it was 52,000 in the cup quarterfinals.
But of course, my very first game, obviously Freddie was in charge for my very first game when I went against Newcastle. And some excellent and fond memories from, back in the day where football was played on a mud field with a leather ball.
Yep.
Hard man, a rock, a great manager, and a sad loss to the club, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Right, onwards we go. We always get those things out the way in the first part of the show. Good evening, Mr. Brown.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Pugh.
Good evening.
Nice to see you both again this jolly Monday. Do you know what was quite nice about coming here today? It was light when I left home. It was light when I know that summer's coming. I know that because I bought a barbecue last year. Chris, and I used it once, and it rained every single night for weeks and weeks and weeks after that. So the barbecue is still sat there. It's been used once, and we've got to get some decent.
Yeah, I can't remember last year having a decent enough.
It was horrible weather. Any good news of the week? Have you got any good news to share with anybody this week? Good news. Like for me, for instance, my car passed its MOT today.
Did it?
Yep,
Mine's Friday.
Flew through.
Mine's Friday.
So there's my bit of good news for the week. Anything from yourself?
No.
Anything from you, Chris?
I've got a new car, so I don't need
There's always one, isn't there? There's always what you got.
What you got?
Astra. 63 plate, so won't need it until it's the end of this year.
I've got a Toyota X-Reg, old type. Yeah, I don't care. It's a workhorse. It has me ladders and me painting and things. Anyway,
10 years old, mine.
Right, okay. He's ready. He's primed. It is time for Pughys Rant of the Week. Here you go, boy.
Okay, so early on last week, there was a discussion on the Tilton Talk page, Facebook page. There was about England and a certain England captain.
Have I wound you up that much? Grand, brilliant.
Let's be honest, the rant could have been a number of things this week, but I've decided to stick with Wayne Rooney.
I'm so glad.
So the debate was brought about by our colleague Mr. Spall.
That's right.
Should Wayne Rooney be selected for the Euros?
Somebody opened it up on Twitter to Chris Scudder from Scudder. Chris Scudder, obviously a Birmingham City fan as well, as you probably all know.
Yeah.
And I decided to answer. I wouldn't take him. I think he's been an international flop at international game level. I'm not talking about your Mickey Mouse games that where we're playing Monaco and this and the other. When we're talking at international tournament level, he has been a flop time after time after time, and that was my little rant. Yeah. And I'm so glad you picked up on it.
Yeah. Okay.
This may be one rant where we're all
multi-ranting.
We're
multi-ranting.
We're all in agreement, or maybe not,
because Chris hasn't actually given his side to it yet.
So, Wayne Rooney, may I just remind everybody, is the captain of England, the England national team. He's also the captain of Manchester United. Yeah. He has played for England and Manchester United for around about 12 years now.
Been that long.
So, he has 109 caps to his name. Out of those 109 caps, England have lost only 18.
How many of them were tournament matches? Did you research that bit? All right, okay, I'll leave you to rant.
He has lost. England have lost only 18 of 109 of Wayne Rooney's caps. In the 2016 European qualifying campaign, he scored 7 in 8 games. People have a perception of Rooney as being a bit wild. Can we trust him? No yellow or red cards in the most recent qualifying campaign. Out of his 51 international goals, which is an England record, by the way, we are talking about England's greatest ever goal scorer. And in those 51 goals, 38 have been in competitive matches. I think it may well have been you, Mr. Spall, that commented, dodgy friendlies, meaningless friendlies have won him that goal scoring record. Only 13 have come in friendlies.
So
2 of those recently away to Scotland, which I personally don't see any game against someone like Scotland as a friendly. So, because it means a lot. So anyway, 38 of 51, which is just under 3/4 of his goals have been in competitive games. 6 of those have come in international tournaments. When you consider how few goals England have scored over the last few international tournaments, I think 6 is a pretty good total. Since England went out of the World Cup 2 years ago, Wayne Rooney has been captain for 13 matches. We have won 11 of those and drawn 2. We have not lost a game, competitive or friendly, where Wayne Rooney has been captain. In those games, in those 13 games, he has scored 11 goals. And these have included Scotland away, Switzerland at home and away, and Switzerland were ranked above us in the FIFA rankings. Yeah. Italy and France also come into that category. He is the youngest ever England goal scorer. We only scored 2 goals at last World Cup, and he got one of them and created the other one for Daniel Sturridge. In 2000, so then we go on to your international tournament, a flop at international tournaments comment. So I went through and had a look. 2004 European Championships.
I'm loving this.
His first international tournament, 4 goals. Named in the UEFA team of the tournament. And I remember that game against Croatia. He scored twice. I think he created another goal, and he was in blistering form. He was incredible for that tournament. Then we go on to 2006 World Cup, where he was our big hope, and much like many a big hope for England as it comes up to international tournaments, in mid-April, he broke his metatarsal away to Chelsea. So you're asking him to recover from a broken metatarsal in a month and a half. He did everything he could to get ready. We picked him. He wasn't fit. He was rushed back too quickly. I can't have a go at him for that tournament.
Who'd you have a go at him for that one then? Who'd you have a go at for that one? Shouldn't the player have turned around and said, I'm not fit enough. I'm not
as a professional footballer, are you going to turn around, knowing what you did 2 years ago in the Euros, you're going to turn around to your manager and say, don't pick me for a World Cup? He's never played in a World Cup before. He was never going to turn around and say, don't pick me. He did everything he could to be fit for that tournament.
But if he knew he wasn't fit, what's the point?
Because he's
if my car hadn't have passed its MOT today, Chris, I would not have been able to have driven here. If my car had not have passed its MOT today, this is a great analogy. The thing is, well, no, but the thing is, right, I have a little bit of movement on one of my ball joints, to be perfectly honest with you.
Anyway,
you can't see a doctor for that.
So then we didn't qualify for 2008, which was the McLaren saga. 2010 World Cup, another pre-tournament injury.
We quickly glossed over those 2 years.
Which one?
Yeah.
2008.
Well, we didn't qualify.
We didn't qualify in 2008.
Was he playing while we didn't
qualify? At all,
I think he was. I think that was the Steve McLaren regime.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm not going to single out Wayne Rooney for not qualifying for a tournament.
So you're singling out McLaren?
Okay.
I'm singling out Steve McLaren.
So what we're saying is then this manager is obviously better than McLaren?
Yes.
Right, irrespective of whether Rooney was there or not, because Rooney didn't make that competition, i.e. we didn't get there.
Yes.
Right, so he played under a manager.
It takes more than one player to reach a tournament.
Well, just putting that out there.
2012 Euros. He was suspended for the first 2 group games.
Yeah.
He came back for the one group
irresponsible
game.
Getting yourself suspended, isn't it?
The
when
one
you know
game,
you've got big games coming up.
The one game that he was available for, we had to win against the Ukraine, who were the hosts, and he scored in that game in a 1-0 win, which meant we went through to the quarterfinals, in which we went out to Italy on penalties. He scored his penalty in the shootout. The 2014 World Cup, one of the worst England performances as a joint team effort I've seen at an international tournament. As I've mentioned before, we scored 2 goals in the whole tournament. One he scored, and the other he created for Daniel Sturridge. nullified the myth, because I was the same as you. I thought, well, he hasn't done anything in international tournaments until I've had a look back at what has actually happened in international tournaments, and I don't think you can argue with his record there. So let's go on to this season, since he's been made not only England captain, 13 games unbeaten, 11 goals, Manchester United captain since the start of the season. He scored as many goals as this season as he did last season, and we're only in February, and he's really unfortunate to have got an injury for the next 6 weeks. He has scored 14 goals, at least 14 goals, in each of his last 12 years. He's England's greatest ever goal scorer.
Has Mr. Spall sunk into his chair? No, I was listening intently. Rooney doesn't do it for me. He hasn't since his first tournament, and when I grow up I want to be like Mr. Pugh.
Who wouldn't?
Big Sambo Pugh Monday rant will trend worldwide one
I'd
day.
like to think so.
Alright, okay, let's put it out there. I mean, SKC says Rooney hasn't done it for him, not since the first tournament. You know, I think that the petulance of him going up to that camera when he was coming off the field, you know, that
it doesn't help.
Sticks
it
in your
doesn't
mind,
help
doesn't it?
things.
Sticks in
it
your
doesn't
mind.
help, and it does stick in your mind. What should stick in your mind is that he's England's greatest ever goal scorer.
But there's been a lot of minor competitions in that, though. And
there hasn't.
There
has not been minor competitions.
Friendlies, you know, friendlies against Scotland or whoever, you know, or the Maldives or
Moldova.
you know,
We've never played the Maldives.
We?
I don't think we've ever played the Maldives.
We should play them. We'll beat them.
If we did, Rooney would have 100 goals. Never mind
Monaco
51.
or something like that. You know what I mean? But no, it's I don't know.
But everybody's had to have played them. Gary Lineker had to play qualifying tournaments to get to big tournaments.
But apart from all that,
Yeah.
Would you take him?
Would you take him?
You have to take him.
You have
He's
to
the
take
England captain. Now, whether you start Wayne Rooney is a different matter. I think there are games where you could probably not start Wayne Rooney, but to not take him at all is completely unfathomable.
ELO says, can anybody name a better striker for England in the last 10 years? Well, nobody else gets a look in, do they?
No.
Because it's like, you know, it's the England setup, it's how it works, isn't it? You know, you want a man, you got to come in.
He's the greatest. He is the greatest ever England goal scorer.
Somebody's got to be on the pitch.
You are not going to find a better striker for England in the last 10 years.
We're going to bring him back.
Not in the last 10 years.
Gaza. Lineker.
What's your point?
No, I'm just chucking a couple of names out
we're
there,
saying
you know what I
like
mean?
his time has gone.
Do you know what? I believe that, Chris.
It
I believe
hasn't.
that.
I'll read the stat out again.
God, he's got stats.
Since the 2014 World Cup, so it's been a year and a half. He has captained England 13 times. We have won 11 and drawn 2, so we're unbeaten. And he scored 11 goals in those 13
How many of
games.
those are friendlies? Do you know? No.
3.
3.
I'm sure I saw a statistic somewhere that more than half of Rooney's goals have come against teams ranked outside the top 80 in the world.
Everybody has to play those teams. I don't like that stat because everybody in the world has to play those teams. Germany...
You've got a whole page full of stats there.
Yes.
You don't like one.
Germany have to play... Germany have to play every team that we do. Italy do. Spain do. Wayne Rooney's goal scoring record just stands above most other players in Europe.
You've got a friend in ELO.
He says you've
got another World Cup.
Answered your own argument. You can't name a better striker. I do have to agree with that, obviously, because like the stats do speak for themselves. But you know, you can have 30% of a football game and still win it 1-0.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just a
stats can be misleading.
I like statistics.
But 13 games unbeaten as captain with 11 goals.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
That dispels he's past it myth. He's past his best.
It's all about opinion.
I don't think he's played.
In my opinion, he's past it, and
yeah.
There you go.
ELO says he's got another World Cup in him. Do you really think he's got another World Cup in him?
A World Cup. That's a tough one
that's
because
2.5 years away. Isn't it?
A lot can happen in 2.5 years. You know,
we don't know how he's going to get over this injury.
Exactly,
That's a nasty injury. That is a
weeks.
nasty injury.
If he has another one of those in a year and a half time, it's going to be more difficult for him to get over it than it is now. That's a tough one. But if you're still scoring goals, then maybe he has.
Maybe
Maybe he
okay.
has.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Maybe not as the out and out striker when you've got.
I think
Harry Kane.
I think possibly part of it is that you have as well, Chris. Certainly over the last 15, 20 years, you've seen how the England setup has worked. You've seen who's been picked. Is like it's like kind of the schoolboy kind of thing. And in my opinion, it's like I'm friends with you, so I'll pick you, and you'll be in my team, and. Pat your own. I don't know. Sometimes they just don't look outside of what's going on from Wayne Rooney's boots.
Interesting.
Oh well, gauging opinions. There we go. Blimey, 20 minutes on a rant, mate. Nice one. Nice one.
What's in the box?
What is in
Ask
the
me
box?
some of the answers.
Ask you some of the answers. I don't know some
Ask
of the
me.
answers.
Say, give me some of the goes on.
What have people been saying
What
on
have- that's the word I've
Facebook?
been trying to
What
say,
have people been saying on
Yeah.
Facebook, Chris?
Chris Pugh
Yeah.
in the box.
Chris
No,
Pugh's
Chris
not in the
Pugh.
box.
I'm
A
not in
under
the
21 shirt. Villa.
Right.
No.
Boots. Coin. Ooh,
Oh,
Steady.
topical.
oh dear. Gloves.
Eggs. Do you
It's
have
got to be
eggs in the
something
box?
cheap and tacky. Oh, what time did the pound shop close by him? A box of tissues for Remy. Edible. Yes.
Oh.
A vinegar bottle. Villa's tactical plans. Tilton Talk hat. A biscuit. A box of points for the Villa.
Oh.
And here's a good one. A fresh pair of pants for when Chris does the bungee jump.
Ooh.
Not
Get your
needed.
pledges in
And I take
now.
it it's none
Not
of those.
needed.
I take it it's none of those.
No, but he's edible.
Okay, a couple of more reactions on the chat box. If you've got the stats, could you read out Rooney's...
Is it a Wayne Rooney stat?
Who Rooney scored all those
Stephen
goals against. But I think that would probably take you too long to put together, wouldn't it, at the minute?
What was that?
Who were all those goals scored against? You don't have that information, do you?
No, not at hand.
Not drilled it down that
Just
far.
so
Okay.
happens he doesn't have it.
I'm
Moldova.
Is he? What's in the box?
He toxied the first
A
team.
Wayne Rooney stat.
A Wayne Rooney stat? No?
Nope.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so you can ask questions about what's in the box. Chris, my first one to you, and it's usually the first one that we ask. Is it football related?
It is not.
Dun,
Football
There
related.
you go. It's not football related, so you can wipe that one off. You can only beat what's put in front of you. Chris Brown is in front of me tomorrow. Ooh, that's kind of him, isn't it?
You know that myself. Easter egg? No.
Do you hope your Ernie is feeling better?
Wasabi nuts.
No. I'm eating
So
them now.
horrible things. Right, Bolton up next, and tomorrow night, Tuesday night, 7:45 kick-off, free pies, free pints. I think it's a good idea. Grand, I'm really pleased about it, to be honest with you. Not sure, Chris, if I'm going to be able to get there in time for the pie and the pint, because you've got to be there before 7:30, so I believe. Because I've got to pick my lad up from Derby. I think he's working tomorrow, so I may even miss, say, the first 5 minutes of the game. Heaven forbid, I've never done that.
What do you think about the idea of the away fans having the pie and a pint?
I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
Well,
Phil
okay.
St Andrews. I don't care. Get the atmosphere going in St Andrews. Fill it up.
They would
right?
have come anyway.
Fill it up. Get the atmosphere going. Get it revving. Get it sorted. I don't. It's a pie. It's a pint. Look,
£6?
Bolton haven't got.
Buying a pint meal, £6.
Yeah, but Bolton have got less money than us. I mean, in reality, as a football club, give the fans a little
Hasn't
bit of a
somebody put in a
hog.
bid for him today?
Give
They've
them-
bought them. Bolton have been bought today for £7.5 million,
Oh my God.
Wow.
which is £700,000
And is it
less
an ex-player?
than their record transfer fee. So they have been purchased for less than they purchased a player about 8 years ago.
So Bolton
Great
have
old
gone.
club like Bolton. I wouldn't like to see him go out. I mean, because it's well, you know what I mean.
No, not particularly.
Huh?
No affiliation
care.
to Bolton
No,
whatsoever.
but there's another one on its way down that I don't mind about. But we'll come to that in a minute.
Bristol Rovers been bought as well.
Brilliant
Yes.
idea for the Blues tomorrow. Get away fans
Big
involved
owners.
as well. I don't see any reason why not. Yeah, give them a pie, give them a pint. Get them in early. If that entices, say, an extra 400
What
or
I'm saying is
500 people to come in early, about
Bolton
10,
fans
15
would have
minutes
been coming.
earlier.
They'd have come anyway, and they don't really send.
What, right,
They
what,
don't take a lot.
No,
are
they
we-
don't bring a lot.
do I get a pint to buy a
on-
ticket tomorrow? I don't know if you get one if you buy one on the day, to be honest with
No,
you,
I don't
Harry.
think you do. I think you had to buy them before the weekend, I think.
Oh, it's Dean Oldsworth then. Oh, right.
Yes, it
Dean
is.
Oldsworth bought them via a
Yeah,
consortium.
well,
Dean
yeah.
Oldsworth, really?
Ex-
Blimey. Yeah.
heading a consortium. So.
We didn't have Dean, did we? We had David. Holdsworth.
We did, yeah.
So no, I don't know if you get one, but I think it's a great idea. It is going to be a cold night. Okay, it's not going to rain, we don't think. But it's going to be a cold night. Get yourself a pint, a beer, or a coffee even. It doesn't have to be a pint, does it? I think it's a drink of some description. Blue Bob has just come in with a stat. Rooney, 15 goals in friendlies, 16 in World Cup qualifiers, only 1 in a World Cup tournament.
Yes.
14 in Euro qualifiers and 5 in Euro tournament.
Yes.
So, yeah. I'd like to know who England's all-time scorer is in competitions.
Competitions? Oh, that could be Lineker. Tappermin Lineker.
Yeah, proper competition. I'm talking about like Euros or World Cups or, the likes, or even, would you call the home internationals as they were a proper competition? No. You call them more friendlies?
Why would you class?
I'm just asking.
That's interesting, isn't it? That he wants to class
home internationals. Actually, I said, would you?
Okay.
Would you play the take back, Christopher? Play the take back.
So home internationals can be classed as major tournaments where you're playing Northern Ireland.
Would you?
But then you're not classing friendlies against France and Italy.
Chris, did I ask the question or did I make a statement?
No, you're not. I'm not letting you class home internationals.
That's fine then. That's absolutely fine. So home internationals aside, all right. Can somebody out there tell us who is or would be England's leading goal scorer of all time in international competitions, putting all friendlies
home internationals don't count.
aside? No, home internationals don't count. Okay.
Oh.
Is it a picture of Lescott's car? Is it a sandwich?
Nope.
It's Lescott's car. I just got that one. Oh, brilliant. I like that one.
Can I just throw this one out there? In his last 16 appearances for England, Wayne Rooney has failed to score in only 5. He has scored.
Doing in the team?
He has scored in 11 of his last 16 international appearances.
All right. Hopefully, somebody's googling away as to who would be England's all-time goal scorer in international competition.
I'm almost certain it'll be Lineker, but I'm almost certain as well that Wayne Rooney won't be far behind.
Okay,
with
all right.
6, with the 6 that he's got.
Friday was the cut-off for the Bolton point.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah.
Was it? Okay, right. Okay.
Well.
Doesn't really matter if we get there 5 minutes later than time, does it?
No.
If you've got any left, Chris, half time we'll come and leave you with a couple.
Absolutely not. Not after your disgraceful comments about our international
comments.
captain.
I was opening up for what I call debate. I like debate. Debate is healthy. We all take part in this great football debate, whether it's the Blues, whether it's international level. And we have got the Euros coming up soon. What is it in June? Is it
it's
June?
In June.
June, yes, yeah. So that's not too far away actually. I mean, it's almost March now, isn't it? April, May, June, and there will be 12 weeks. We'll be getting the big screens out. Anyway, Ginster's pasty, steak and kidney. What's in the box? Is it sausages? No, it's not football related. So it's not nothing to do with how much money has been raised for the Pew versus small boxing match. Classic.
Can I just remind people we have got the sponsorship form, so if you want to make your pledges now,
this
free.
is for the bungee jump, isn't it?
Free,
yeah,
feel free.
Of course, yeah.
I know Dennis is up for 60 quid, so there you go.
No problem. Right. Could this it could be a potential banana skin tomorrow, couldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, it could. Yeah,
yeah.
They're showing a lot of spirit, which you'd expect a side down the bottom to do. They were really unlucky by all accounts on Saturday, 1-0 up for a long part of the game against QPR, and then conceded in the very last minute. So it's a tough one. Will they be really downhearted about conceding that goal late on Saturday, or will it pick them up and they'll have to go again? Neil Lennon being the manager, you'd expect him to come again.
Turned us over on his first game for him.
Yeah, he did.
So that one hurt a little bit because I went to that one.
And we've got a nasty little habit. Well, we did at the start of the season of teams down the bottom being our downfall at home. So, but saying that, I think you've got to think positively and you've got to look at it and say we have more than enough to score against them and to cause them problems.
Cottrell's back tomorrow, Vaughan's back tomorrow. Both been declared fit, which is good news.
Yeah, Rowett been talking quite a lot about trying to find ways to fit Fabrini and Terrell into the same side. So it'll be interesting to see whether he does go with that or whether he goes with his tried and trusted and plays probably Terrell and Fabrini on the bench, or the other way round.
Would you like to see Fabrini start?
Against someone like Bolton, yeah, I think so, because
Darty little bit.
he's got that creativity, and I don't think Bolton are going to come out and
No,
try and
shake 'em up
batter
first.
the door down. They're gonna try and keep it, competitive and keep it tight at the back and everything. So, I think someone like Fabrini, if he can find a way to get Fabrini and Terrell into the team, that might solve the problem of trying to break teams' defences down. Yeah.
Do you need to read that stat?
No, forget that comment. That's
Anyway.
Look at that.
According to Blue Hobber, this is obviously...
You might have it wrong.
You might have it wrong. It might be
Might be
completely and utterly wrong.
Might
Rooney
have
top
made it
scorer with 36, Michael Owen 26, Lineker 22, Shearer 21.
A massive 10 goals more than anybody
Massive
else
10
ever
goals
scored.
difference. Well, it's probably time he finished that, isn't he? He's
Played
got
more
that many. What's in the box? It's Rooney. Really?
No,
No,
he's not
no,
in there,
no,
Richard.
no.
No.
Is it sweet or savoury? Can you eat it, Chris?
You certainly can eat.
So it's edible. Is it sweet or
Certainly
savoury?
can eat them.
Eat them.
Oh.
Them.
Interesting. And they're good for you.
Good for you. Yes.
Okay.
They're good
If
for
we
you.
lose tomorrow, there could be two opinions. They're bottom and they conceded late and will be deflated. Then again, they're getting taken over today, and what they call a legend in Holdsworth will help raise their game.
Yeah, it's
like a new manager coming in, isn't it?
well, it is.
Yep.
And it depends whether you're sitting
Didn't work for
here.
Remy.
You're sitting here as an optimistic fan
We'll come to it
or a
later.
pessimistic Blues fan. Do you look at it and say their tails are going to be up, or do you look at it and say they're bottom? We've had plenty of time to prepare for the game. We've had a week and a half off.
That's
with
what,
no
that's
game.
where I'm looking at it, I think, yeah.
And the only thing Rowett will have been concerned about over the last week and a half will have been this Bolton game. So I've every faith that his preparations and his plans, what they've laid out as the tactics for tomorrow will go well.
Do we have a competition for tomorrow's game, Christopher?
Bit too late.
Bit too late to do a
That's all right.
competition. Really?
Sure
We've got
do.
24 hours. Yeah,
Okay,
you
go
could
on
cut
then.
it off about 5
Yeah,
o'clock
that's
tomorrow.
5 p.m. cut off tomorrow.
So it's a
Put it
5 p.m. cut-off tomorrow. What is the final score and the gate? Okay,
Yeah,
what is the
I'll
final
put it
score
up.
and the
I'll
gate?
put it up on the page.
Yeah. And it's only answerable on that page, isn't it? We
Yes,
don't want
oh,
any
yeah,
answers
yeah.
on here.
No, don't bother
All right,
me.
but we can have some. We can gauge opinions from
Yeah,
the studio.
yeah. Put
So
them on the shout box as well.
what's your opinion of the gate tomorrow? Then bear in mind the pint offer's going to pull a few
Yeah.
in, and it's only 20's plenty. 20 quid for getting in.
17,200.
15-2 score.
17.
Oh, 17-2. I'm going to write these down actually.
I thought you might have gone for a bit more than that. Well, okay.
I base it on Bolton. Don't think
So
Bolton.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
17,200 and the score
2-0.
2-0.
Please.
Mr. Brown.
I think I'm going to go for just a little bit more. Probably 18,500. I think.
18,500 and the
18,500.
score
I'll go for a 2-0 Blues. Yeah.
2-0. I'm going for 19,100. Based on our last game was over 20,000, wasn't it? And we haven't had a game for a couple
Was
of weeks.
also on a Saturday.
I know, but we haven't had a game for a couple of weeks.
With Sheffield
And
Wednesday
don't forget,
bringing
Bolton will bring about
3,000.
350 tomorrow.
I don't know. It's pies and pints, for God's sake. Half the
exactly.
Bolton will be down
Yeah.
tomorrow night, mate. They've not seen an offer like that since they opened Poundland on a Saturday morning. 19,100 for me, and I'm going 2-1 to the Blues. Okay.
Okay.
Kieran wants to know if it's a chocolate coin.
No.
I'll write the rest of these guys down as well.
Good for you.
James B, 19,555, 18,847, 2-0 SKC. So everybody's sort of kind of saying...
I need to change my score line to 4-4. That's my bog standard score prediction now. It's going to happen at some point.
No.
Eli's got 17.
17-3, 3-0. 3-0, that would be nice,
3-0.
wouldn't it?
Oh,
That'd be
blimey.
nice. All 3 goals in the first half, do you reckon? That'd be good.
We must be due a big-ish win.
There were some big wins in the FA Cup over the weekend, weren't there?
Oh, well, yeah.
A
A few second teams, but there you go.
do you know?
Don't get me started.
Well, can we have a second half rant on second team?
If you want, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that then. Second half rant on
Such a
second
shame,
teams.
really.
Got a nice couple of
Biggest
little
and
tunes.
most famous cup in the world
Agreed.
being completely demoralised.
Yes. by the
Few
TV company.
idiots.
Anyway,
Yeah.
no, I'll
Oh,
leave
yeah.
it. I'll
No,
leave
you're
We'll
it.
leave it. We'll leave it
No,
after the
you're
half time.
Well,
I've got a couple of nice little tunes for you today. Ditties, we'd call them ditties.
yeah.
Right, what's in the box? Gary Rowett team selection for tomorrow. We wish. We wish, because we'd be soaked down Betfred if we knew it. Or Paddy Power. Paddy Power's obviously the favourite betting facility of sports radio at the moment. We'll
The
come to that
betting
in a
companies
second.
are available.
All right, well, we're going to go for our first half. Cracking first half. Good debate there, Chris. I enjoyed that little rant. I don't mind being wrong, you know.
No?
I don't mind being wrong.
It's a good job, brother.
Oh. But I'm still entitled to my opinion.
You are.
Roll.
Used to think that life was sweet. Used to think we were so complete. I can't believe throw it away. Used to feel we had it made. Used to feel we could sail away. Can you imagine how I feel today? Well, it seems a long time ago you were the lonely one. Now it comes to letting go, you are the only one. Do you know what you've done? It's so funny how we don't talk anymore. It's so funny why we don't talk anymore. But I ain't losing sleep, and I ain't counting sheep. It's so funny how we don't talk anymore. We don't talk. Well, it really doesn't matter to me. I guess your leaving was meant to be. It's down to you now. You wanna be free. Well, I hope you know which way to go. You're on your own again. Don't come crying to me when you're the lonely one. Remember what you've done. Oh, it's so funny how we don't talk anymore. It's so funny why we don't talk anymore. But I ain't losing sleep, and I ain't counting sheep. No, no, no. It's so funny how we don't talk anymore.
When the moon shines on the cowshed and we're rolling in the hay, all the cows are out there grazing and the milk is on its way. Come on, everyone, get it down. I am a cider drinker. I drink till I have the day. I am a cider drinker. It soothes all my troubles away. Worry, worry. It's so cozy in the kitchen with the smell of rabbit stew. When the breeze blows
Welcome back to Monday night's Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by the ELO Group. Live on air till 9 o'clock this evening. We've had one rant off the Pughmeister. We might be heading towards another one very shortly. 12 years ago today. Tell us what happened 12 years ago today, Mr. Pugh.
12 years ago
Actually,
today.
should we put it out there and ask people what happened 12
Yeah,
will
go on
they
then. They might know.
They might
if
know.
they're on Facebook, they might know.
if you're on Facebook, you'll know. But what happened 12 years,
12 years ago today.
You've got 2 minutes. What's in the box? Can you ask some more questions to eliminate what's in the box? We know that it's edible. We know that it's good for you. But I suppose,
Is it an item of fruit?
It is not an item of fruit. No.
is it a vegetable?
Ooh. I think it is.
How can you be so indescriptive?
Thinks it is.
I think it is.
Right, a couple of good songs there. You go for half time.
Is it a pint of pint? No, it isn't a pint of pint.
We don't talk anymore. And the Cider Drinker song by the Wurzels. Good one. I like that one. Usually end up playing that one for the young farmers guys when they're in. So there we go.
Numbers, can't it?
Yeah, Big Summer's got it. Stern John's 2-2 at Villa Park 12 years ago today. 12 years
Can't
ago today.
believe that was 12 years ago.
How old would you have been 12 years ago
I
today?
was
12.
14.
14.
I was in the away end with my family. And,
Why?
Why?
In the away end.
It was a Villa Park.
I thought you meant like yes, but
Sorry,
sorry.
no,
I thought you meant
sorry,
with away
no.
fans. Do beg your pardon. My apologies.
Yes. No.
God, that's twice I've got it wrong tonight.
You are. Yeah.
not
In
like
the
you,
away
is it?
end, yeah.
Sweet potatoes, tomatoes.
Sweet potato? No.
No,
No.
tomato is a fruit, not a vegetable.
No. Tomato.
But you don't
Tomato?
put it in a
no,
fruit salad.
No.
Yeah. Well,
No one
yeah.
has said the obvious to me.
Oh dear.
Is it a bag of frozen peas?
No.
Ah, is it frozen?
No.
Has it been frozen?
Nope.
Thank you. Okay, right. Okay, Super 6. What happened again this week? 6 points for me.
6.
5.
5.
1 up.
I don't know. What is it? Heart and Head. I heard over the weekend, Chris.
It was,
Heart and
yeah.
Head.
I wanted to put Albion to lose, but I went with them to win, and Derby as well. I should have backed Derby to win.
I
but
keep going for Heart over.
I've backed Derby quite a lot lately, and they've been rubbish. And then the 1 week I do back their opposition. They go and win. So yeah, that wasn't ideal. Never mind. There's always next week.
There is always next week. Got some bad news for somebody.
Oh, bad news for me.
Chris
Bad news
Brown
for
did
Chris
not.
Brown.
I've got good news for Chris Brown.
Can I
He
give him
didn't
his
get
bad
5
news
last
first?
week.
Can I give him his bad news
Go on.
first? Somebody has guessed his what's in the box already.
Yeah. Already.
Have I?
How
Yeah.
embarrassing. How embarrassing.
dear.
It's my turn. Is it my turn next week?
That's my turn next
Is
week.
it your turn next week?
Yeah. You brought in the
Did a razor blade?
screwdriver.
No, it was the wallpaper based, wasn't it?
Wallpaper. Yeah.
Well done, Harry. It is sweet corn.
Sweet corn is this week's box.
Well done.
Yeah, go
On
you
the
were
plus side, Chris, you didn't get 5 points last week. You got 10.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Did I?
You got 10 points.
I must have switched off when I got to 5. Oh, right, okay. So, how many points have I got altogether now? I must be only 5 points behind Paulie.
Bear with me. I've just come out of it
Oh, right, okay.
unintentionally.
Yeah, well done, Harry. And for that, you win absolutely nothing.
Well done, Harry.
Well, whilst Chris is looking for that, then we're going to start talking about this amazing bungee jump that's coming up very shortly.
Oh, yes.
Give us the details, buddy.
I can't wait to see
No,
him be
I
pushed off
can't
that.
wait. I want to be the one at the top to push him off.
Well, the details are right behind you, but I believe it's in August. Okay, and it's on a crane, rather menacing crane.
It's
I've seen a picture of it.
Sunshine Smile UK 160 feet, 160 foot charity bungee.
That's a height, isn't it?
That's high.
That is a height.
August the 28th, 2016. If you want to help raise funds for the terminally ill children and children with autism, please contact Sunshine Smile UK. Email chairman sunshinesmileuk@gmail.com. You just put in Sunshine Smiles and I'm sure it'll come up on a Google search.
Well, just tell me that you want to pledge and I'll get it.
If you wish to jump, have you seen how high that crane is?
Look at that crane. See the crane.
Do you know what though? I'd rather it be over water than
Yeah, I would as well.
like
Concrete.
a safety mat or something. I think I'd rather it be over
That may
water.
just be a descriptive picture. That might
Yeah.
not be on the day.
I believe it says over water, doesn't it? Over a lake?
An
Yes.
airbag or water.
Airbag or water.
Water it is then.
Airbag.
An airbag.
What about the front of a car?
yeah. A nice little scatter cushion.
ELO's asked if he could supply the crane. Yes, of course you can. So it's going to be at the West Midlands Water Ski Centre, Tamworth Road, Cliff, Warwickshire, B78 2DL. Times to be confirmed. The jump height is 160 feet. Shall I repeat that, Chris, or do you know what 160 feet is?
No,
No, all right.
relatively high.
It's a crane bungee jump over an airbag or water. Car parking is available and charges will apply for your car parking, but it'll be well worth it. August 28th, 2016, we'll be plugging that till the end of the season.
Yeah.
Anybody can contact Charlie Glover and or Sharon
What
Langford.
date was it?
August the 28th.
We'll probably be able to plug it at the start of next season as well.
Just
won't
about,
we?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Season will
Yeah,
start
Is it a
early
Sunday?
August.
Is it a Sunday? Can you get on the...
It's going to be a Sunday. It's
gotta be a Sunday.
I tell you what, all joking aside, I best check if there's a Blues Ladies game because
You've got to...
take priority that does.
Chris and team, thank you for sponsoring Chris Pugh. Really appreciate it. Also, can you let us know when you have the eggs, please? Thank
Yes,
you in
I've got some
advance
eggs
for
from
those.
tomorrow,
Regards,
so,
Charlie and Sharon, Sunshine Smile UK. Eggs all sorted?
Eggs sorted for tomorrow. Well, I'm going to go get them. I'll have to get up really early.
All right. What colour pants are you going to wear?
I'm not
I'm
worried
just
about
asking
it
a
at
simple
all.
question. I'm just don't go over Villa Park your sink. There was a very good What's in the Box a little earlier, Chris. What can you remind us what that was? The Kit
It
Kats.
was an Aston Villa Kit Kat. Well, the guess was an Aston Villa Kit Kat. The only difference being that it's got an extra finger
I like that.
for our
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna remember
compatriots.
that one, yeah.
Hello, Mr. Pugh. I will sponsor you £1 per foot of the
There you
jump.
go.
That's very
Right.
kind of
There
you.
you go.
Thanks, ELO,
Mr.
because that is
Sponsor.
now 160 foot down. You're going to come back up about 90 foot. So that's 160
to
plus 90.
250,
Then you're going to come down 90.
again, yeah.
Then you're going to go up
That's
45,
340, so that's
45,
385,
and then you're going to come down 45, and then you're going to go up 20, down 20, up 5, down 5.
Close to 500.
£500.
gonna cost
Well
you
done,
about-
ELO.
That's
Thank you
a-
very much,
that's
ELO,
a
for your
wonderful
generosity.
sponsor, yeah.
Absolutely
Well done,
brilliant.
well
Really
done,
impressed
ELO. He'll cut the rope at the top so I don't come back up.
with that. No bounce.
Yeah.
No bounce. Right, I genuinely, I mean, I'd be cacking it. Are you looking forward to it?
Not really,
No.
but I'm not. Which
Which bit you're not looking forward to? Are you
it,
looking
but-
forward to like the climb or
just-
or the initial or
I
or
haven't-
the thought that rope might just snap?
No, it's not, I'm not worried about that. I just
Don't say that.
I don't really
It's for charity
understand.
now.
It's for charity.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Don't really. Yeah.
I died for
Make sure
charity.
that's on my tombstone.
Yeah. But I did
for
raise some
charity.
money.
It
We
was
did
for
it for charity,
charity.
mate. Yeah.
I
I
can't
don't
get over the fact
understand.
that I've actually got 10 points last week. Sorry.
Well done on that.
As long as I'm
He's measuring next to him.
Well, I have spinal issues. I really can't do. I'd like to do it.
I'm there, yeah,
Of course,
same
I'd
as me,
love
yeah.
to do it. I would love to do it, Chris. But
Torn muscle.
ruptured 3 discs in my back, Chris.
Just close.
Just close your eyes.
It's absolutely not. I'm not doing a bungee jump and not.
Not watching
Not
it. No, you've got to watch it, haven't you?
That's horrific.
Can you have a selfie camera on you? Because I want to see.
No.
You know when
Oh,
your
that'd
cheeks
be good,
open up
wouldn't
like
it?
one of
No,
a bulldog
because
with a garden blower in it.
I'm anti selfies and anti
Yeah.
selfie.
Mind you, I can understand that. Yeah.
We'll see if we get somebody with a high power camera then to like.
Yeah.
You know, have you seen that one on the internet with the bulldog with the garden blower in its mouth?
Yeah.
Just want to see that effect.
Oh god, that's funny.
It's all for charity.
Where do we donate? Okay, well we'll put some we'll put the links up later. Donate. But if you want to pledge now,
You're very welcome.
can
So
jot-
and I can give you a PayPal.
Jot it down on the
yeah.
sponsor form.
it's £160 from ELO. Anybody else want to pledge? You're very welcome to.
Pledge now. We'll get some pledges down,
We'll
and I'll
plug
give you a
it-
PayPal.
We'll plug it every week until such time as Chris is completely and utterly fed up of it.
Just think of the money.
Next week.
Can't wait.
It's all for a good cause.
Yeah, do you know he's got quite rosy cheeks sitting here in the office? I just want to see them when he's on the way
They're
up
going to
that
be a lot
ladder.
rosier.
Oh,
In fact, I've got a strange feeling we're going to enjoy it more than Nick. More than
genuinely,
us.
genuinely, I genuinely credit you for doing it there, mate, because it is something a lot of people just wouldn't do.
I don't see the fascination in it.
ELO says, how much would
You
it
might
take
do.
for me to do it for charity? I genuinely would do it if I didn't have such massive
just
spinal
not-
issues. I just do. I
yeah.
I promise you. I can get a doctor's note. I pay me doctor for £5 or something like that. No, genuinely, I've had 3 quite nasty operations on my back, and it's not at its best, to be perfectly honest with you. So just can't do it. If it's something else you want me to do for charity, I'd only too pleased to. I'm sure you 3, between you, ELO, and you, could come up with something over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
All right then. Okay, so something else for charity.
Yeah, we'll find
Not involving alligators, please.
or heights.
No, I'm looking forward to that, mate. Looking forward to that one. August the 28th. Did you find out if it's on a Sunday or not?
No, I haven't.
No,
No,
okay.
I'll tell you in a bit.
No problem.
37 minutes gone. Shrewsbury 0, Manchester United 0.
It is on a Sunday, by the way.
It is on a Sunday. Okay,
Oh,
that's
dear.
even better then. That's even better. So, 37 minutes gone. Shrewsbury 0, Manchester United.
0.
The Manchester United.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yes, the Manchester United,
yeah.
yes.
A lot of talk today whether Louis van Gaal would actually be in a job tomorrow if Shrewsbury knock them out tonight. So, but I can understand that.
Yeah, well, if they get knocked out, he's under so much pressure then.
Well, there's a good chance. I mean, they've got the youth team out tonight. Have they? Well,
That's a relatively strong team, I
Is it?
think.
Relatively
What?
strong team.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. Right, okay, got it. Record, upload the video to Tilton Talk. Absolutely, we'll zoom in on that face just before he's pushed. It's not for me. It's not that. It is the bulldog with the garden blower face that I want to see. That's the one I want to see. Have you got a picture of a bulldog with a garden blower on there?
No, I don't know.
Okay. Right. Sunday the 28th of August is a home game against Chelsea in the Blues Ladies. Is that Houston?
We've got a problem.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I'll have a word with Tim Andrews, see if he can get it rescheduled.
right, okay. Well, it's either the
It's a 2 o'clock
it's
kickoff.
either the little children
It's a 2 o'clock kickoff.
or a game of football.
All right, we'll find out from Charlie what time's the earliest we can do
Yeah.
that then. Yeah. Do you know where this place is then, Chris? Cliff in Warwickshire? Tamworth Road?
No,
Cliff in
I
Warwickshire?
do not
Okay.
know, but
No problem. Anyway, right, okay, great debate. It's 0-1 to United, by the way, now. Missing Rooney.
I'm missing Rooney.
Please don't let Rooney out of it. Stop talking.
I can't
until he
do it. Give me
agrees.
back.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
I'd
I
like
don't
to,
do that.
Chris.
Crikey.
I'd like to.
Just spent 8 weeks with a bad back.
Yeah, well, you saw the state of me the week before last as well, didn't you?
Yeah. You're always in the right state, though. Yeah.
Electric tens machines and tramadols and all sorts. So,
Yeah.
Find something else
Morphine, me.
within my capabilities to do
Welcome
it.
to the OAP talk
No,
show.
Find something within my capabilities to do it, Chris,
Yeah.
and we'll gladly do it. We'll
Painting,
gladly do
like,
it.
or
Painting, yeah.
sleeping.
Lovely job. Right, okay.
Smoking. There you go, smoking. You can do that.
Smoking. Well, I still do that. Going to 5 minutes on the Block 39 debate and the club's statement that they released last week. It rumbled on quite a bit. The club then issued a statement saying that there are season ticket holders in there. You can renew your season ticket in there, and those tickets will not be on general sale week by week. Looking at some of the incidents that have happened up and down the country this week, I think personally that is the right and wise decision to be made by the club.
Tell all.
There you
Tell
go.
all.
I may get slammed down for this one. I don't know.
What's
I probably
happened?
will. Sorry.
What's happened? This
Well, I'm
week?
talking about the coin throwing, and
crikey, yeah.
you know,
That was
there's been trouble at other games. There's been trouble even in the lower leagues as well. You know, like the week before last. I don't see the point in it anyway. But like the Block 39 statement has been released by the club. I don't think the club for 1 minute are going to change their minds on it. So to me, it's a closed issue. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, moving right on to the Chris Brunt
Would like to have
incident
a chat
and
with certain people, but there you go.
other coin throwing incidents that have gone around the country this week. There has been photographs of the alleged perpetrator of the crime
Good.
on social networks. So let's hope that the police and authorities deal with him swiftly and remove him from society, let alone football. There is no place. You have no place to throw anything at another human being. You're a vile, horrible individual.
What can be
We
so
do
important
not need you
in a game?
We certainly don't need an air club. We certainly don't want to go back to those days.
No, agreed. The irony being that it's this coin throwing saga over the weekend has come only a couple of weeks after football fans uniting together to protest over ticket prices. They can't afford ticket prices. They can't afford Monday football, and then they go and throw in their own money at players, and it's just a bit.
There's no kind of good news to come out. If there is any kind of good news out of it, I saw some of the Albion fans are going to go around with buckets next week and get people to throw coins actually into the buckets for charity, and to prove a point that they're not, and football fans aren't all tied with the same brush. They are not. But it only takes that one, and that one football fan has put the name of West Bromwich Albion Football Club worldwide this weekend. And of course the same happened at Chelsea, Manchester United as well. So James B says, let's all get in the Tilton, forget Block 39, job done. ELO agreed. James with a thumbs up. I don't care where you stand, just make some noise. Just make some noise. We're all in it together.
Just getting back to the coin throw thing. It's pretty close to his eye as well, wasn't it?
Horribly close.
When I first saw it, I mean, I didn't realise. I thought, he's been a bit girly there, until I saw afterwards. He was pretty close to losing his eye.
One of the worst things about this incident too is that Chris Brunt was about to give his shirt up away to a young girl. Yeah, it was a young fan when it happened.
He did.
I think he still did, to be fair. So fair play to him. Chris Brunt, 9 years. Is it 9 years at a club?
Yeah, nearly
coming
10
up for your
now,
testimony.
yeah.
How many people have testimonials nowadays? When was the last testimonial at St Andrews? Who had the last testimonial at St Andrews? There's a good one. I think I can remember.
Bennett?
We've got to go back
I
to
think it was Ian Bennett.
I was going to say,
and we're talking.
90s.
We played Jamaica when we played against Ian Bennett.
That was Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it was. You're right. Who did we play? Who did we play? Come on, then, people. Who did we play? Ian Bennett's testimonial. Who did we play against? No, I
Can't remember, but Bennett's.
Who was the other guy? One that we just got rid of a couple of last season.
Doyle.
He didn't get it this night. He was at the club for
Was
a
he
long
there
time,
10
wasn't
years?
he? Oh, he was there a long time.
Yeah, must have been close.
Yeah.
Don't think
So
it was.
that kind of just puts footballers back into perspective, and there's just a lot wrong in football. There's an awful lot wrong in football. Didn't need that one.
No.
That one won't get read out.
Yeah, I know. Things like that.
Well, it actually says that if you look closely enough, you'll see Brownie picking the 50 pence up. Just for the record, of course.
Yes.
There's an awful lot wrong in football, and there's this disconnect between footballers and supporters that you don't get, like we say we used to back in the day. Blah blah blah. I don't think that's so much down the Blues. I think they're quite interactive, aren't they? Actually, you know what I mean, in and around the ground before match days and signing kids bits and pieces. Like programs and stuff. So I don't think it's when you get up into the Premier League, it's like somebody was saying, I think on national radio today. You sign yourself a contract in the Championship, and you're pretty much a millionaire in no time at all. You sign a contract in the Premier League, and you're a multi-millionaire in no time at all. And that puts you in a very big disconnect kind of situation where.
Only if you allow it to.
But 95% of footballers allow it to. That's the thing.
Well, there you go. Doyle was there for 12 years.
Doyle was there for 12 years, 16 years.
He was there a long time, yeah.
Did Doyle have a testimonial?
I don't remember him
I
having a
don't think he did.
testimonial.
I don't
That's
think
the
he
thing.
did. Please correct us if we're wrong, but I don't think he did.
Joking aside, he chucked it back to the crowd.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, that's what I remember now. His lad was ill, wasn't he? And he didn't want to.
Oh, is that right?
He was.
He was,
Right, yeah.
With Liam, was he?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we
Yes.
mention Big Samba's comment?
A big woo.
Where's that one? What's that one?
As Pughys said last week, they will start selling tickets for Block 39 when the attendances pick up. Of course
Yeah.
they will. And
They will.
rightfully so. And rightfully so. But then we've drawn a line under that one.
We have, yeah.
We've drawn
That's it now.
The Tilton Talk Show line has gone firmly under Block 39.
Enough has been said.
Yeah, horrible incident though. You know, especially look, they got beat against Reading. That's cup football, ain't it? That's cup
Yeah.
football. That's
Yeah.
it. It's
But
cup football.
you know, even if, I mean, when we lost 8-0 at home to Bournemouth, if the fans would have come out, you know, however bad that performance was, losing 8-0 at home, if the players would have come over, there's still no condoning throwing things at
No,
them.
not at all.
You can give them a mouthful. You can, you know, you can make them known that you're not happy with how things are going.
Testimonial
But don't throw.
it was against Jamaica at St Andrews. I thought it was, you know, Bennett's testimonial.
Why would
I
it
thought
be
that was
Jamaica?
Johnson's because Johnson
No,
was
it was John
Jamaican.
Owens, it was John Owens. It was,
Was it?
Yeah, it was
Johnson
John Owens.
represented Jamaica.
Yeah. So who's with Benny?
I can't remember.
No, somebody
Please tell
Google
us,
Ian
please tell
Bennett's
us.
testimonial. Yeah, there's no place in the game for. Look, there's that many cameras. There's that much profile. There's that many people on the social networks nowadays. West Bromwich Albion's their name has been dragged through the mud this week. You know, we don't want that back at St Andrews. We want to get away from that. We want to steer as far clear of that as we possibly can. And testimonial for John O was Jamaica. Do you beg your pardon? Yeah, wasn't it a joint one?
Could it have been a joint one?
I don't know.
Could it have been a joint one? Could it be?
Yeah, we'll be doing ladies in a very short while as well. How do you stop it? You can't, can you? How do you legislate for it? You can't, can you? You know, doesn't matter whether the ticket costs £10, £20 or £50 or £80. If you're, let's say, in a football stadium and you've had a few beers and you lose your temper, no reason. Look, Chris, I see it. Working in the clubs week in.
Well, I
week
see
out,
it again.
etc.,
I see it again. You know, I was saying to Chris before the show, I was going home and away for about 4 or 5 years every game. Only 5 years ago, so I've seen how football fans can react. You know, when
2-0
your
United,
team's
by
not
the
playing well.
2-0 Man
But,
United.
you know, but even when, as I say, even when your team is playing as bad as you might fear, there's no condoning throwing anything.
No,
at
no,
all.
No, at all. But then, of course, the others had to jump on the bandwagon on Sunday, didn't they?
Yeah,
And then you
yeah.
see the coins flying on the pitch, you know, just because somebody scores a goal. Hello.
Yeah.
Get a life.
Yeah.
Complete moron.
Absolutely.
Our fans would have had no money left after the Bournemouth game if they threw
No,
coins
no.
after every goal.
Well, that's a Villa fan rang into Radio Aston.
It could be
earlier.
poised tomorrow night.
yeah. Those free pies.
I've got on the pitch scrabbling them back, so I can't get there in time. I'll be up there catching them. I'll be at the front of the Tilton on a pair of stilts.
Yeah.
Or a sausage.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Right, what was the other rant we were going to have, Chris?
Not so much a rant.
No.
Just a mini rant.
Just I disagree with the FA Cup
Replays.
disrespecting
Yes.
saga.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
I watched the Chelsea Man City game, and Man City made 5. They played 5 debutants, 5 kids who had
Yep.
never played for Man City before, and
Ever.
ever the first team, and it was the experienced players that let them down. It was the experienced players that have played for City regularly that made the mistakes
Yep.
and forced them to lose in the manner they did. You know, I'm not saying if they would have played 11 kids they'd have won, you know, but and from the Manchester City manager's point of view, and I mean, we're looking at it from a fan's point of view, but if I'm a Manchester City fan, if they go to Kiev on Wednesday night and win, and then they beat Liverpool in the Capital One Cup final on Sunday, I don't care about the FA Cup defeat to Chelsea because because they're halfway to getting to the quarterfinals of the Champions League and they've won the cup final.
Yeah.
So the loss to Chelsea, it's gone. It's gone.
Well, it's gone anyway,
Yeah,
isn't
And,
it?
and if that, so
Well, that's just
I think it was just the
that's
humiliation of
yeah.
a 5-1, though,
That's a
wasn't
sign
it?
of the times, though, isn't it?
But,
That
but
wouldn't
then
have happened a few years ago.
the humilia-
would have been the FA.
Not when you're
Was
back close
everything-
to the quarterfinals. You know?
So,
Still
so
would have
then,
been everything.
so then you ask what's happened to the FA Cup, and it has to be you have to look at the FA and you have to look at the TV companies.
Yeah.
You know, the draw for the quarterfinals was last night. Shrewsbury and Man United are playing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
How can you have a draw before one of the ties has even been played? The first time round, never mind the replay.
Mm.
You know, and you've got games spread over a whole weekend. The third round, there was a game on a Friday night, there was an early game on the Saturday, there was a late game on the Saturday, there were a lot of 3 o'clocks on the Sunday, and then there was a Monday.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah, the
then
marketing's
you
not
wonder
brilliant,
why,
is it? If you look-
and
if you
then
look
you
at it from
wonder
that
why
point.
teams like Man City, who are in every competition, have to prioritise. You know, the FA don't give any assistance to our clubs that are in Europe whatsoever. You know, to ask Man City to play on a Sunday when you know that they're playing in Europe on the Wednesday is.
How many English players were playing for the Man City and or
0.
Chelsea?
No, well, Gary Cahill plays for Chelsea. There were no English players.
So out of 22 players, we had one. Was it one?
Yeah.
One
yes,
English player.
Probably, yeah.
But that's not
And
an
you wonder
exception,
why
that.
we don't have a better goal scorer than Wayne Rooney.
Well,
I'm just putting that out there.
Debate part 2.
I think you see what I mean, though.
no, not particularly.
Anyway, before we go any further, I've got to say hello to Greg in Brighton, listening down in Brighton today, Brighton by the seaside.
Evening, Greg.
Yeah, Greg, I think he's a first-time listener tonight, but he's just messaged me, asked him for a shout-out, so there you go. Welcome along to the Tilton Talk Show.
Can I make a short one as well?
Yeah.
Can I mention that Georgina Mosley did a 16-hour roller skate for
What?
Chelsea? Yeah, from midnight last night
Can I do that instead?
to 20 past
Yes,
4 today.
as long as rolling onto the back of a lorry and it's going to Preston. The MC.
16 hours. For
16
Chelsea.
hours. Well done, Georgina.
She did that for
Well done.
Harry's 16th birthday. And,
Brilliant.
apparently money's still coming in, so there you go. Well
Excellent,
done, Georgina.
excellent.
Fantastic.
Yeah. He says all clubs disrespect the FA Cup Blues do. It's not seen as a big competition to win. The only individuals who are responsible are the FA. They
Agreed.
have allowed it.
Agreed.
Chris Brown, when you and I were small wee children in our
Here we
shorts back in the day, the FA Cup was everything,
Well, now we're
wasn't
away.
it? Wasn't it?
Oh, crikey, it was
You know,
everything.
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 It was
But
just...
so who's to blame?
Can you remember?
Well, we didn't
can
have
you
the Champions
remember-
League then, and we didn't have the
Exactly.
Premier League, and we
We-
didn't have
we-
Sky TV,
It
and we
wasn't-
didn't have the...
Every other competition wasn't made so big
No.
by the FA, by the television companies, by the media. You know, so you can't blame the clubs. You cannot blame
I'll tell
the
you
clubs.
what. I'll tell you
you
what
cannot
I blame.
blame the managers.
I'll tell you who I blame for the demise of the FA
Manchester
Cup.
United?
No. Well, you can bring me that one in a minute, right?
Aye,
I'll tell you who I
aye,
blame. When they decided to take the white man in his white coat and the scaffolding off the centre circle when he was singing, getting all the crowd going beforehand. That was good atmosphere.
1938.
Manchester United pulling out of the FA Cup. What was
Exactly.
all that about?
But the
Still
FA let
playing
them.
the World Cup.
Huh?
The FA let them.
Yeah.
So you say the FA shouldn't have let them, and the FA should be trying
We
to
will be
make this
having-
competition.
Get this marked down. We'll be having FA Cup games in the States
Probably.
in our lifetime.
Do you know what?
In the States.
That
In
would,
our lifetime.
that will
Perhaps in
probably
mine,
be
Chris,
the
yeah.
case.
Well, maybe in yours. Maybe in yours and Chris's, yeah.
But so how do
And
you,
Dubai.
So how do you think the FA Cup will be treated then? It'll be treated even less than it is now.
Probably, yeah. Blame Man United.
The great debate continues.
Blue Hobbers put the debate earlier in the week was there should there be replays in the cup? That got to me as well at the weekend. That could almost have been the rant tonight. Steve Bruce, former patron of St Andrews, his whole side went to Arsenal at the weekend and played their way to a 0-0 draw, and then he had the audacity to come out afterwards and say, "Oh, we shouldn't have replays. Why can't we just get it over and done with?" Well, if you don't want to replay, why are you setting your team up so defensively to go and get a 0-0 draw? Why don't you have a go at Arsenal and see if you can sneak a win rather than play for a 0-0?
Like we did.
Yeah, like we did.
Oh, dear.
It's so frustrating. You sit there moaning about replays, or why have we got to have replays, and then you play for a 0-0 draw? Don't understand that at all. I had no sympathy for Bruce.
All right, moving right along. We've got just about 18 minutes left. Ladies, Chris, what you got?
Coral Haynes, young player Coral Haynes, signed a new contract this week. But the main news is that not next Monday, the Monday after, there will be an event held at St Andrews where the season launch event. So they will be in the Legends Lounge at St Andrews at 7 p.m. on Monday the 7th of March.
Oh, shame we can't get there, Chris.
They will be announcing...
Is that on Monday?
On a Monday.
It's a Monday night.
Okay.
And we'll
Need to change
see what we
that.
can do.
Yeah, come on, Tim. Where's our invites? We'll bring that gear up.
Bring it up. Yeah, too right.
Absolutely. Fans will be able to get a glimpse of the new home and away shirts, an announcement of the new kit supplier, and also the announcement of the new captain after Miss Carney's departure.
Has she gone?
She has gone to Chelsea. So the price for that is just £15 per person, and that includes a Balti meal, a complimentary bottle of Heineken, question and answer with manager David Parker and the newly appointed first team captain.
This is Monday.
Yeah, Monday the 7th
All
of
the
March.
Balti pies that don't sell, they're going to have somebody else.
Scraping all the Balti out.
Scraping all the Balti. We can do a reuse on the Monday.
Yeah, we'll have all the ones the Bolton fans brought back. Yeah,
You can meet the new principal partner and shirt sponsor and see the new 2016 home and away kits, and that's just
Brilliant.
£15 for that.
That's not a bad deal, actually, is it?
15 quid,
Anything Chris Brown to be captain? Is there,
You spend that on a night out anyway.
Of course you do, yeah.
are you in touch with Mr. A
Well, I
lately?
would anyway. Sorry?
Are you in touch with Mr. Andrews lately?
I spoke to him over the weekend.
Could you?
So, yeah.
Could you see what you could do next Monday? We could perhaps...
You never know.
See if there's any
You
space
never
for it.
know. Watch this space. We maybe ought to bring a Tilton talk show live from the Blues.
Yeah.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Be nice.
It'd be nice to get an interview with
Some
the
interviews would be nice,
manager
yeah.
and the new captain as well. That'd be good. So I'm interested to see who the new captain is going to be, because there are quite a few candidates
Who's your money on?
who haven't yet been announced as signing new contracts.
Oh, right.
So
okay.
it'll be
Don't say that.
it'll be interesting to see
Can you hear another rank coming on next
if we
week? then?
if we do hear anything
Yeah.
before then on any departures. It'll sort of give the captaincy away.
Have you got any money on anybody?
If I was to put money on somebody, it would be
Drum roll.
Keris Harrop,
There you
go.
the centre half who's been at Blues for a while. That would be my money, but that is assuming that somebody may be leaving. So, may not be re-signing a new contract.
All right, okay.
I would go Keris Harrop if I was a betting man.
I know nothing.
Which I am.
Right, okay, good news. More good news this week. Our youngsters at the Academy raised £1,000 for charities.
That's right, I saw that, yeah.
did,
Well,
yeah.
Nice to get the
Well,
kids
Mosley,
involved.
yeah.
Yeah.
1,000 quid's a fair lump of money.
Isn't it just? Wonderful. And the Blues and Sheffield Wednesday both fined £8,500 and
Yeah.
£10,000 respectively for failing to control players. A lot of people were sort of saying that they didn't know, they didn't think it was anything of nothing, to
Yeah.
be perfectly honest with them. But I don't think the FA would come along with a fine and the club would say, well, we're not paying that because we got the CCTV there, or the camera footage to deny it.
Yeah.
So I think something must have gone on there. But that's even a 10,000.
We don't know what the referees heard,
No.
and if any of the players have said anything. But it was that sort of game, going 1-0 up and then losing 2-1 so quickly. It can get a bit heated. You could imagine. So it's not ideal, but these things happen in football, unfortunately. So.
And the Leeds game rescheduled.
Hey,
Rant him on. Keep him going, boy.
another weeknight game.
It's
Shall have
been
to
a
have a
Chris Pugh rant
yeah.
show.
Do you get paid the same for like weekdays and weekends?
What at Blues?
Yeah.
I don't think it's an issue with that, is it? It's the 5 games in...
It's 5 games from now until the end of the season that are going to be weeknight games, yeah. And for people who work 9 to 5, it's,
I work a lot of Saturdays.
well, yeah. So, it's tough for you to get to Saturday games.
Yeah.
And the weeknight games, it's tough for people to get to,
Can you just ask,
whether they're attending or working.
How looking forward tomorrow are you? Work-wise?
No,
No.
I'm really not looking forward to tomorrow.
Why?
I'm not looking forward to the Leeds game more because
I'm saying work-wise, with the extra
work.
work. Like
But then
views
you'll have
and
them prepared,
pies.
though, won't you? They'll be,
I hope so. Yeah.
They've got a few more microwaves.
If
in.
they've
if you're rolling pastry out at 7:45, yeah.
if they can't
Rolling
if they can't give out free pies that they're offering, then there is something wrong. Yeah, but
And they must have worked out all the logistics. Especially.
oh yeah, they'll know.
Yeah.
Well, the offer was until Friday. I think that's why they did it then, so that
Yeah,
they'd
they know exactly
have
what
enough
it's
time
Yeah.
to know how many they're going to have to give out on top of all the other pies that season ticket holders and that are going to buy as well. So yeah,
I would have extended it to season ticket holders, personally. Well, we've done it for the away fans.
that's a whole different.
No, but I would have done.
Yeah.
I would have done.
Yeah.
I would have done.
But the season
only
ticket
me.
I think
holders
to
know what
appease
they
everybody,
get
maybe,
when they
with
buy their
hindsight.
season ticket, you know what you get. You pay
Yeah.
for your season
Yeah.
ticket. That means you pay for your seat for the whole season. You don't have to move.
Yeah, no,
you get
I
priority for cup
Totally agree.
tickets.
Totally agree. I totally
You
agree.
get
Priorities.
loyalty point rewards for club shop purchases, match day ticket, next
Yeah.
day season ticket if you want to use them for that.
ELO says the fine was because Chris Pugh flipped the wrong burger at half time, costing a mistake.
Don't
Scoreboard
flip
error.
burgers. Our supervised
No.
people who flip
Supervisor.
burgers. Yeah.
Supervisor there.
Let's get it right.
He has minions.
Let's
then,
have
so
some
that's
respect,
He's the
please.
Sue Burgervisor.
Let's have some respect.
Supervisor.
Well, it's only till 7:30 anyway, isn't it? The offer finishes at 7:30
Yeah, I
anyway,
think
so
so,
it's not like you're going to go right up to
Well, once they get
kick
to
off.
7:30, we'll know how many are left.
Yeah.
And then
What if there's a
then
very large abundance? What are you going to do? You're going to just
large abundance of?
of pies and left.
Left.
They'll get
Well,
what's
yeah. I mean, look. Okay. Well, just because the offer's there doesn't mean to say that folks are going to take
Yeah.
it.
This way,
Well,
it'll be
yeah.
17 stone next week. You'll know what happens. to them.
Yeah. I can't do the bungee jump.
Yeah.
I've put weight on.
All right.
I'm exceeding the limits on the elastic.
Yeah.
Just because the offer's there doesn't mean to say it's going to be taken up.
Yeah.
All right, because some people don't like to get into the football ground until like
Twice then.
a minute two. I'm just trying to sort myself out, like for when I get
No,
there 5
no,
minutes
you
late. You
won't,
know what I mean?
No.
If I walk past all the shops with my hands up, like be chuck one at me.
I'll chuck some at you.
Cheers, nice one. Alex Jones, young man,
Yeah.
he's knocking them in left, right, and centre in the. I think it's the under-21s. I think.
Trying to make a point, isn't he? I think the really unfortunate what happened to him over the Wellington transfer, where he wasn't allowed access in, and that went on for a couple of weeks. I think he put on social media it's been a difficult couple of weeks, so for him to get back playing, albeit development games and things, but
But you
he's
certainly get
banging them in.
attention if you're knocking them in like that.
Well, I'll be surprised if there's not a League 1 or 2 club, looking for a striker
Yeah.
towards the end of the season while the loan market's still open. So he might get a move in playing first team football before the end of it. So
There were people saying, put him in the first team, but he's not ready, is he? No,
you can't put him in. You
he's
can't
not
throw
ready.
him straight in the first team.
How old is he?
Because then we have another Brock Madsen. He
Yeah.
doesn't score for 4 games, and all the fans
Heads
keep
down.
saying he's not good
Yeah.
enough. So
Yeah,
Might be another Trevor Francis.
he may well be. There's only been one Trevor Francis. Though.
On my list tonight was Paddy Power's comedy. Over the last couple of 3 weeks, it's been absolutely outstanding. They are paying somebody good dollar at Paddy Power to wipe Villa's backside, to be perfectly honest with you, because
Maybe a
they
Blues
are
fan.
slating them. The one that came out today, an SKC says, can we please have a couple of minutes laughing at B6 losing 3-0 to the under-21s. The one that came out this afternoon was Aston Villa have found out that they are the worst team in Aston Villa or something like that. It was like a double entendre there was. And it has just been hilarious, and of course the fan reaction when they tweet these things,
biting back.
Yeah. Well, of course that's why they're going to do it even more, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely. Yeah.
If they didn't,
attention.
if they hadn't bitten back in the first place a couple of weeks ago,
They'd have left it alone.
They'd have left them
probably,
alone
yeah.
and gone somewhere else, and then had a pop at somebody
Yeah.
else. They're doing it to gauge a reaction. They're getting the
They are.
reaction, and they're going to get it an awful lot more. But how hilarious to go along and watch your under-21s beat your main team. You had a thought on that earlier.
Yeah, I made the point earlier. I'm sure that there are under-21 development teams beating first teams up and down the country every other week. If you think about it, how desperate would the under-21 development team be to prove a point and play well against the first team? So, it's difficult for their point of view because they're bottom, and it's making a big deal out of it. The state they're in, it's easy to make the point, and it's become a story because of where they are in the league. But I'm sure there's under-21 teams beating first teams up and down the country every other week. We just don't hear about it. But because of the situation Villa are in, it becomes a big story.
Mm-hmm.
They've let it become a big story as well, though, by just by the reaction, by biting back.
Yeah, well,
for the
yeah,
start.
yeah, of course, yeah, and I mean it's awkward. It's awkward, if you're a Villa fan, the last thing you want is to see a story like that.
Yeah.
Or see a picture like that.
Maybe that wasn't quite the picture you wanted to see just then.
Probably wasn't. Is that on the Tilton Talk?
It is, yes.
It is, yeah. So if anybody would
It's,
like to look on the Tilton Talk Facebook page, check out Gordon Collins and just have a look at the picture of Chris Pugh that he's just put up. Or Chris Pugh, shall
That's
I say.
awful, isn't it? Do you think that's real?
That's Chris Pugh, that is.
Chris Pugh. Hey, that's funny for you.
Classic, isn't it? Over my 27 years, I've never heard anybody make that joke ever.
No.
Oh, you haven't?
That is brilliant.
Well, there's a first for everything, isn't there? Hey?
Oh, dear.
Never mind.
That's put me off anyway.
Who have they got this weekend? Is it Stoke?
Stoke.
Yes.
Stoke
Yeah. I did tell some of the locals in town last night that I'll be outside the chip shop buying them portions if they win. So,
Yeah.
other under-21s, but B6 team have not spent a penny in the transfer window. The club have let everyone take the P. Mr. Pugh, can you please laugh?
Yes, I did see that about Merson predicting an immediate drop from the Championship to League One.
It's not like Paul Merson to be
No,
melodramatic, is it?
No. That's
But
right.
he's not the only one, though, in fairness, at saying that that has the potential to happen.
Yeah.
He seems to be at the brunt of pundits' jokes at the moment, which is good.
All right,
Unfair.
okay.
I don't remember him going down yet. I don't
They
remember.
haven't, Chris.
no,
And that's
no,
not,
no,
of course,
no.
going to be our next topic of conversation. Do you still think they're going to drop?
I think they could get out of it. I think the performance, the way they lost against Liverpool, would... I don't know how to say it really. It's it couldn't fill anybody with any hope that they've got the right mentality to get out of it. The way they lost against Liverpool and the way they gave up against Liverpool.
But then to also have those scathing reporters afterwards, that they were scathing. They took
They've
ribbons off
had 2 weeks now to dwell on that result. When you lose 6-0 like that, the one thing you want to do is have a game straight away.
And what do they do? They allow it to go all over social media that they've just lost 3-0 to their under-21 squad.
Exactly.
That
It
can't be
doesn't
good
help,
for
does it?
morale. That cannot be good. That should have been behind closed doors. Right,
I'm sure it was behind closed doors.
It's all the Blues fans in the edge with cameras.
Well, there's been quite a few Villa fans, Villa employees leaving. I think there was one on Radio Aston.
Yeah.
The other day, an employee had resigned and came on and told everybody about how terrible it
Did you see the
was.
letter she wrote? Scathing. What a lovely lady.
Must be a horrible
Yeah.
place to work.
Yeah.
But so But they haven't been relegated yet, so...
Well, they haven't. So the question is do you think they're still going to stay up?
I think they could
No,
still
do
stay
you
up.
think they're still going to stay up? The answer I'm looking for, Chris,
I'll
is
still
yes.
go yes then.
So you're still convinced they
Yeah.
up staying up?
Yeah.
Right.
I know how bad that league is.
You know about the what?
I know how bad that league is.
They're up against quite a tough Stoke side this week. You know, that's going to be quite a toughie.
We'll see.
And of course, it's at the Britannia as well.
It is.
I might just go up and laugh at a few supporters while I'm up there. Just give them a little wave.
Feel free.
Yeah. Do you Villa fans reckon Remy is going to be playing the under-21s for the rest of the season? Good idea.
Well,
Not
he's
a
got to
good
be
idea,
playing
is
on
it?
his mind.
Not a good idea.
He's got to be playing on his mind. We're
But it's
looking
not a
at
good
that.
idea. It's not. You're in the Premier League. It's not a good idea, is it? It's not.
The Premier League.
Can it
is
get any worse?
The Premier
Yes,
League
no, it
isn't
can't,
the
Chris.
be all and
I'll
end
tell you what,
all.
it can't, Chris. Right, but you've got an under-21 squad there who are now gloating. Right,
Yeah.
they're gloating because they've just beat the big team, the big boys. Right,
let's be-
you put that under-21 in against Stoke, and Stoke knock 7 colours out of them and
Yeah.
take them to bits.
Yeah.
like they probably would physically, as well as goal-wise.
Yes.
right. Those under-21 players are going to be as rock bottom as your
But
main
they've
team.
also got first team experience, so that if they do go down,
Was that an if?
those players there may be the foundation of the team that plays in the Championship next season.
Question: if you're a Villa fan next season, up against the Blues, nervous or suicidal, James B?
The relegation party is at Huddersfield.
9th of April. Sticking to my prediction, 9th of April. Huddersfield is the one that we want. That's the 24th of April, something like that, isn't
That'd
it?
be good, yeah.
Something, that's
23rd, isn't it?
23rd,
23rd of April.
yeah.
23rd, yeah.
23rd of April. We've started paying tonight. The
Yes.
first funds are in for that one.
Birthday certainly
Do
are.
we know how much the coach is going to be yet?
We
Mr.
don't know. We're waiting for
ELO?
Mr. Coachman,
Okay.
ELO, to sort that out.
So as soon as
please.
he's done that, let us know.
Yeah,
'cause,
get a grip. Get a
Sort it out.
sort it
Yeah,
out.
sort it
Christ's
out.
sake.
Well, as for me, where's that gone to? I don't think
know.
we've got anything else on the list tonight. Have I? What's in the box? Block
be
39
another
competition, lead rescheduled. 21 Alex Jones, Chris Bunt, fine, Super 6, Stern John, rant. Bungee Jump Academy and good news of the week.
All
What
done.
can we say?
And
We've
rant.
done. We've done. Right, tomorrow is the Balti Pie special. Get down there early if you want your pie and your pint. Enjoy the game. No stupidness, no throwing of coins. We're Birmingham City. We don't do that anymore. We've left that in the dark ages. We don't need to do it. It's going to be a good one tomorrow night, I think. I think it's going to be quite a noisy affair. Let's hope there's
Wherever you
plenty
are.
in, wherever you are, wherever you may be. I shall be...
What block will you be?
I probably block 11 to 11, something like that. Yeah.
You don't fancy getting closer to the away
That's
fans?
where I'm going to be.
Well, it's block 11's not too far from where they sell the pies,
No,
and I'm
that's
thinking if
right,
I've got an
yeah,
abundance
of
of
course,
these
yeah.
damn things left
Safe,
after
yeah. They're
selling them
I'm
everywhere.
first out. I'll pay for a pie, Chris. I really will. To be perfectly honest with you, it's not a
I'm
problem.
right, you will.
6 pointer tomorrow for us, really, isn't it? No, not in terms of actually beating Bolton. I know
Well,
we're right
I mean,
down there, but I mean it's
You
a
look at the
massive
results
game
at
for
the
us
weekend.
now. Yeah.
Brighton got battered. Sheffield Wednesday lost. All right, Derby won. But if we could pick up a win tomorrow, it just makes them teams a little bit nervous again. You know,
Derby got Wolves next as well, I think.
have they?
Yeah.
I think Wolves are at Brentford tomorrow night. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But
It's going to be an interesting week. Christopher Brown,
Well,
thank you so very much for your hospitality.
No problem.
I'm glad you've been the only one eating the wasabi nuts.
Yep.
Mr. Pugh, thanks again for your voice of reason, for your
Pleasure.
incredible rants and rants of the week. I love it. Loved them. Brilliant. Nice to discuss. Nice to have open discussion and to be frank with each other, but yet to walk out still smiling at the end of the day.
no smiles.
Obvious respects go to Freddie Goodwin and his family. Sad news, and I'm sure we'll all pay our heartfelt respects tomorrow night at St Andrews. God bless each and every single one of you. Keep right on to the end of the road. Let's get those 3 points tomorrow. Saturday's game. Any ideas? Saturday we play?
On Saturday we are
You got
away.
away
yes.
to
Blackburn.
Blackburn? Is it Blackburn?
No, QPR.
QPR, so yeah, QPR. That was not going to be so easy, I don't think. But
No.
hey ho, it's away. And we
If
are
we
Blues.
pick up 4 points, I'll be happy with that.
If we get 6, we'll be even happier.
Yeah.
Enjoy your pies, enjoy your pints, enjoy your night tomorrow under the floodlights at St Andrews. There's another 4 or 4 or so of them coming up before the end of the season. I'll be able to attend them all, which is a blessing for me. I know it's a pain for you, Christopher, but it's a blessing for me. See you back here next week, 7:30. Thanks to our new listener from Brighton, and for those that download this around the world. I think we had 13, 14 countries last week, Chris, something like that. 14 countries, some very strange countries. So we'll keep an eye on that and let you know how we do. Have a great week, Chris. Thanks, and thank you. Take care.
Good night.
Keep right on.
Johnny.
We're so happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We have the tickets tops here at St Andrews. They gotta give us what we're longing for. It's Birmingham forever, let's hear it from the stand. So come on, city, sing this song once more. We are the lads from Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy, following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy,